This is Eric Weiser recording on November 20th, 5:56 p.m. And I wanted to go over what I thought was an interesting feature of the Bimini area in the Bahamas was this what looks to be some sort of creature that's swimming. And this looks like a whale or a fish of some sort. There's a fin right there, it looks like. It's that swamp area again. And I think the only reason it's preserved the way it is, nobody touches it because, it's just not desirable to go there. That's probably what's saved all this stuff. And this makes a nice triangle. Nice triangle, and then divide it in half. There's nice symmetry between this and that. This one right here. And what that allows you to do is it gives you, this looks like it go, if you follow it out, this one goes to what looks to me to be one of the canals, the larger canals that fed the city. And it's kind of it looks like it's right here, and it's supposed to be a stayed. A stayed is going to be 0.11 of a mile, and I've already measured this out, so I know it's a stayed. 0.11 is right there. That's going to be a stayed. But again, that's big. So, but they said it's a stayed width, stayed wide. And it feeds the island, and they send commodities down it. Specifically, they said lumber coming from the higher elevations, which really aren't. This would have been possibly 400 feet lower, or 300 feet lower. I don't know, because the limestone has possibly grown. I don't know how I don't know how much it's grown. I think this is about 30 meters underwater right now, which is 100 feet or so, which is it's not deep, but it is deep. I would think that's deep. And considering that they're sending everything from a higher elevation, and the survey points are at a higher elevation. And so I wanted to get a look at how this looks when let's just say you're surveying from a higher elevation, and how this would look. So and again, the more points you have, the more points you have, the more accuracy you get. And it just makes, and you can just divide you can just keep, it helps with any kind of building project that you're doing. And that's that's another one I wanted to show. Also, I think I'll go over real quick. If you go, I always like to go from the center of the island because it seems to be the most. This thing down here almost looks like, I was looking at it, looks like a snake. There's the tail, here's the head. And if you go from here to there, it lines up with the tip and the head. I was trying to figure out what it was, and then if you go from there to there, it hits there, it's there. It's the tail. Again, this looks like a finger pointing. And I think they have a LiDAR system that they're using in the Amazon, and they're using it in the Yucatan to find the old Mayan stuff. So that would be probably the best thing to do with this kind of stuff, to see it actually, because they could penetrate the whatever vegetation this is, and they could actually see, because I think there's several of them. I think it looks like there's just full of it. You know, this would probably been just their, looks like, again, this is one of the higher elevations, and so they would have used it for surveys. At least I would. And I think that's it for now. I wanted to show how, and again, this one lines up with the arm. This one lines up. The center mass is always really good. Center mass right there, coming off that. Center mass. Like center mass on this one works really well. Coming off that. And again, this one, center mass coming off the tail. Your center point right there. Coming off the tail. And it works really well going to the center of the island. And there you go. An overview of this creature thing here. All right. And if anybody wants to get a hold of me, Eric Weiser at ericcweiser@gmail.com. It's ERICC Weiser, WEISER @gmail.com. Thanks.